Well, we have everything out of the box, and we even get a hammer out of this. Dubia.com contacted me early in November offering me this unique enclosure. I certainly said that would be great to test it out. They sent it over, and unfortunately we had the holidays start up. The holidays being Thanksgiving, and then the 12 supreme days of Christmas, and then Christmas, and now it's about a week after Christmas, and I finally get some time to take a look at this. Dubia.com asked me for one video. I'm going to do two. I'm going to take some pictures, post these on my findings. This is an honest review. I fully anticipate telling you the good things and the bad things with this enclosure. After opening it from the box, the one negative that I have is that it seems like a couple of the panels are a little bit scratched. I don't think that that's going to be that big of a deal. They will be on the side, so I don't think that we'll see them that much. And they're not huge scratches, they're minor scratches. One really cool thing is that they put the instructions right on the box. Don't throw away the box if you get this model. And you can scan them in and read them right off of your phone. So we're going to go ahead and assemble this beast, and we'll see what we get.
Every night I stay alone in my dressing room, only me and moon, and there are no other views. I'm trying to get rid of lots of good or gloom. It's a complicated way, but that is what I choose. Oh, nobody knows who I really am, who I really am. Oh, nobody even tries to understand, Oh, people just take me as a brand, take me as a brand. Oh, I'm not gonna say I'm just a simple girl. I'm just a simple girl. I'm not gonna say I would hide within the walls. I would hide within the walls. I'm not gonna say, look at me after the curtain falls. Look at me after the curtain falls. I'm flying in a deep blue sky, and that's my element. I'm crazy about it. But when it ends, I feel I got you in a ride, and only thing I wanna do is just walk down the street. Oh, nobody knows who I really am, who I really am. Oh, nobody even tries to understand, people just take me as a brand, take me as a brand. I'm not gonna say I'm just a simple girl. I'm just a simple girl. I'm not gonna say I would hide within the walls. I would hide within the walls. I'm not gonna say, look at me after the curtain falls. Look at me after the curtain falls.
So it started out in about mid-November. Now it's the end of February, and it's finally complete. Take a look at this. I have the tank right up here. You can see it. It's way high on this rack. But this was the only place that I could find in our facility to put this 3 by 18 by 18 enclosure. That's right. This is the only space I had available. But I don't have very many small enclosures. This is going to be one of our largest enclosures. I have a 55 downstairs that I have some chondrodactylus geckos in. I don't know what's going to go up here, but something will. It might be some Phelsuma clemeri, maybe a group of 5 or 6 or 7. I just don't know yet. But what I want to do is I want to tell you about this enclosure. There are many good things about it. There was a couple of things that I want to talk about from more of a, it didn't work out for me. And this is about me, not you. It might work just fine for you. And what I'm going to do is give a grade of 1 to 5 geckos, 1 being not so good, 5 being just spot on. The categories I'm going to talk about are communication, looks, functionality, ease of assembly, price, and other, and an overall grading of the whole enclosure. Again, this is Dubia.com. And before we talk about those grades, I want to send a special thank you to AJ Hallett of Dubia.com. I was stuck on a couple of issues and she helped me right through them. So thank you very much, AJ. Let's talk about communication. With those 2 issues that I had, AJ was so very responsive. I had the issue, I asked her a couple of questions, and right away she was giving me examples and sending me pictures and other people's videos on how to do these things. Number 1 was that front plastic or front acrylic piece, the long piece. I was putting it within the grid. I took it out. It worked fine. But that's a substrate restraint so that it doesn't get into the grooves for the front doors. AJ went back to the instructions, pointed out exactly what I missed in the instructions, putting the tape in, putting that acrylic piece in, and I was good to go. Also, if you notice those edge pieces, the edge savers, those were not supposed to be in there. I thought they were to save from small geckos like mourning geckos or, again, Phelsuma clummeri from getting out. So I took those right off. Looks great. So from a communication standpoint, 5 geckos. There's a couple of categories in here that are going to be more important than the other categories. The one is looks, and I just absolutely love the looks of this enclosure. It's just perfect. I really like how it looks before it's set up and after it's set up. So from a look standpoint, I've got to give it a 5 geckos. Let's talk about functionality. The weight of this enclosure is almost minimal. It's so easy to pick up. It's all lightweight, perfect for somebody that wants to move it around occasionally. Oh my gosh, I tell you what, I love the ventilation. There's 2 vent holes on either side. You can adjust the vents. So if you keep smaller geckos like I do, you can make those vents smaller. The screen top on the top is just absolutely perfect. Love the ventilation on this enclosure. I want to talk to you about the size of the enclosure though. This is a 36 by 18 by 18. I was really hoping it would sit on this stand, but as you can see, I had to put some 2x4s down to lift it up because it would not fit within the grid of this 3-foot standard racking system, standard shelving system that I purchased. Just wouldn't work. So we lifted it up with the 2x2s. It works fine now. It might not be an issue for you, but it certainly was for me. I would have liked for it to sit right on that stand's top shelf. From a functionality standpoint, I give it 4 geckos. Ease of assembly, I tell you what, with that QR code right on the box, you open your phone, you scan it, you get your instructions right on your phone. You don't have to go back and forth with a website. It's just perfect. There's a couple of videos already out there. I'm going to share one in the description. Really walks you through the assembly. The assembly for me was a little bit tricky on a couple of different pieces. Wasn't any real big deal, but for that I'm going to give it 4 geckos. Let's talk about price. And I don't know what the price will be when you watch this video, but right now the price is $179. Take a look at this. This is another enclosure, and the price here is $210. So certainly this Dubia.com enclosure is within a good price range. Very, very competitive. Great price. For that, I'm going to give it 5 geckos. The only other category is other, and I did find a couple of very, very small scratches on the sides. Not a big deal for me because I'm more into functionality, but for that, I'm going to give it 4 geckos. Overall, on this Dubia.com enclosure, I am so happy with it. Thank you very much, Dubia.com, for allowing me to review this enclosure. You're looking for an overall grade of this enclosure. It's really tricky because I had a few 4s, but more importantly, those big categories like price and functionality were 5s. I'm not going to split a gecko between 4 and 5 and split a gecko in half. So I'm going to go with a 5 for this Dubia.com enclosure. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you make a decision. Thank you again, Dubia.com. Thanks for watching.